What's up, gang? How we been? Long time no see. I hope you're doing good. I hope whatever day you're watching this is going good. I'm currently driving home. I got probably 4 hours left. It's the same thing because I've said it in my first video, actually. I think it's when I was driving home or driving to school. It's good old Central Texas, Texas. We love that. But yeah, I hit the road about an hour ago, and then I was like, all right, at some point in time, we're just gonna press record and see what happens. And this is what this is. I was actually just watching or listening to Joe Rogan podcast, Matt Rife. I think it was the older one, but it's just like I don't be listening to him to gain knowledge. I just like they're comedians, you know what I mean? I like Joe Rogan. Matt Rife's pretty funny, so it's just something I can throw on. I think like last time I was listening to Bad Friends. Bad Friends are pretty good too. I like them. But yeah, we're headed home. I left a little late, not gonna lie, so I'm gonna get there a little late, but it's okay. But before I left, I had to stop at Dunkin'. Dunkin' sponsored me. I love you guys. Yeah, I ate a handful of these. I was waiting because I knew I was gonna make one of these. So I was like, I'm gonna save the last 4 of these for when I press record, because then it'll remind me to actually like focus on talking and like eat these and like multitask. Because like I ain't gonna lie, earlier I wasn't in the mood to like record, and then I was just like, and then I was like, well, let me just press it, and then I just pressed it, and now I'm like, now that it's happening, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. We're only a minute and a half in. Oh crap, hold on, let me focus real quick. All right, gang, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to lock in for a sec, dude. There was a bunch of cars passing, or people passing, and then I was like, hold on, let me like join them and pass. But there was a big old truck that was slow, so we all passed him. But yeah, I low-key wasn't in the mood to record, but I knew I wanted to record in general. So I was like, oh well, let me just record the day that I leave to go home while I'm on the road, because it's literally all I have is just time. So yeah. So yeah, we're here. Like I said, stopped at Dunkin'. Where'd my things go? Oh, they're my lap. I'm so smart. I got the $6 like thing. You get like this hash browns, the bagel, and this hash browns and a bagel, sausage, egg, and bacon, egg, and cheese. Excuse me. And then I went and got like the 10 Munchkin things because they were like $1 or $2. So I was like, I don't care, why not? Yeah, because I also tried not to really spend money or like buy food while I'm out driving, at least. Just because, why does my front mirrors but yeah, no, I really try not to like spend money on like food or snacks while I'm driving, just because I know I don't really need it, and I'm actually not as hungry as I think I am. I'm just bored because I'm driving all day. So yeah, so that's why I also wanted to save some of these, because I knew when I press record I would eat these while I record, but then I'm gonna eat them too fast, so I can save some of them for later. But the drink, I got, I think like liquid vanilla or like liquid cane, something like that. So whatever makes it sweet, I don't remember what it is. And then vanilla, and then coconut with oatmeal for dark gas, for tea, pretty dark gas. The coconut is just amazing. Anywhere, I don't care what you say. We can't argue about that. I'm sorry, but I will not change my mind. Coconut's amazing. Yeah. And then again, I was slowly sipping on this because I didn't want to drink it all. So I was like, when I press record, I'll have something to like fidget with, multitask, whatever. So but yeah, how's everything been? For those of you who watch it, because this is pretty early on. I usually say this at the end, but I'm gonna say it early on. If there's anything you guys would like me to speak on, any like literally wide, completely broad topic at all, I'll start yapping. I'll see if I can sound smart one day, or I can just, it could be like one word, and then boom, start the word, and then boom, whatever the video's about is what it's about. You feel me? But yeah. Plus, I'm trying to become like a YouTuber, stuff like that. Sounds corny, whatever. Not even that. It's like a bird just sitting on my mirror. She told me in 10 miles I gotta turn left. I forgot what I was saying. Dude, I went on a freaking. So I ate the first one. I got 4 left. I don't know if you can see. Oh, what's up there? Usually 4. Yep. I ate the first 6. Big back. Yeah, pretty darn good. Anyways, dude, I've been like, did I lose it? Where'd it go? No, it fell down. Oh well, I'll get it later. Anyways, no, cause like I've been locked in on school, and I'm a big nature guy. You feel me? I like going outside and wandering and exploring, and just being outside. I hate being inside; it's so boring. Plus, I have ADHD, so I like to just wander even more. But because like been locked in on finals and whatnot, I have not been able to like wander for real. Dude, I would like a perfect example of this. It was I was studying for AMP, and we have this building. It's just like an extra building on campus. You can go study in or whatever. They have laptops if you need, or computers if you need to like get work done. And I was just remember like I was just chilling in there, bro. And it's like, if I do work, like working with the lights like lower or in the dark, preferably, none bad, but it also just depends. Like in my room, like no, I can't do it in the room because I want to go to sleep. I'll open the curtains, so it's like brighter, it's like natural light. But like in that building, I just like having the lights lower. But it was just like, bro, being in there and just staring at my laptop the whole time, like, bro, I couldn't focus. It was not like, it was like hurting my brain. And then like again, because it's like it's supposed to be a stimulating room also. So it's like they have chairs in there that like you can kind of move the chairs around sort of. You can, so you're not like stagnant and sitting still the whole time. So it's like those are pretty nice. Hella markers, hella boards. So you can like write on the boards if you need it, whatnot. But it's just like, wow, I'm just like I was in the same room saying the same stuff all the time. Like I go to I rotate buildings also because that's another way that I have to like study and help keep me focused sort of, because I can't be in one spot for like hella. So I go from that building to the library to a different building, back to the library, then back to the first building. And it sounds like a lot, but my campus is small, so it really ain't nothing but like a 2-minute walk to every building. You know what I mean? And that's how I get work done. But doing that for a week, seeing the same 4 buildings in like for a week straight because I'm trying to like lock in and whatnot. Oh, brother, it's just not it. It's not it. It's horrible. I think about it, it's fun. Like, excuse me. Like I always said, like my eyes would get irritated from like going into the like the first building, the stimulating building. Like I would get irritated going in there because I'm seeing, like my eyes would recognize it, like dude, I'm seeing the same. I get out of nowhere. I'm seeing the same lights again, excuse me, and like the same stimulating things. So it's like, yes, they're stimulating and they're fun or entertaining at least, excuse me. But it's like, brother, I've actually been doing this for the last 3 days, so it's not working. Oh, what is this? Blueberry. Pretty darn good. So now I put them over here, so I let them sit for a bit, you feel me? And then I'm chill on them, and then I got them later. But this is about 10 minutes so far. I'm finna turn. I forgot which was to say. I'm sorry. Dang, that's bad. Let's switch one over. So tell me again, though. Dude, I need freaking water. I forgot to fill up my stupid Stanley before I left. So I'm gonna have to probably hit the gas station or get a gas station whenever I find one. Excuse me, so I will say I wasn't sure what I was, because I really, like I said, I don't know what to talk about. And I was thinking, and there was like in my brain there was an awkward silence because I was like my thoughts were going, and then I was like, what do I say? But I just remember. So like, let's see. My school's graduation today's Sunday. My school graduation was Friday. Today's Sunday. Yeah, today's Sunday. I'm tripping. I was thinking. Anyways, my school's graduation was Friday. Hold on. Okay, for the fourth time, however many times I said it. My school's graduation was Friday, and I actually didn't plan on staying. I was supposed to leave Thursday, but then the person who was gonna come check me out never said anything. But I wasn't tripping either because I knew I could, like, you know, I would have been fine, and I was fine. So like, then I ended up staying till Thursday, or till Friday, excuse me. And I was gonna leave early Friday because there was something going on back home that I could have went to, but then I didn't, and then I ended up staying for graduation. What else is 55? Let me slow down. Let's go on a smooth 80. Hold on, my wrist popped. That felt really good. What the heck? But no. So I stayed Friday, watched the graduation, and then I was gonna leave Saturday, but then one of my friends asked me if I wanted to go with them to a little gig thing, I guess. I don't know what to call it because it's not a concert. It was not a concert. It was just his friends in a group, and they was performing at the bar, or at a bar, so we had to drive to the bar and whatnot. I didn't know what it was at first, but I did that yesterday, and he said he'd pay for me, so I was like, sure, why not? And then that's why I didn't leave yesterday. And today, I already left. But hold on, dude, I know I have to turn up here somewhere. Siri's just not yapping to me like I need her to. Oh, hurry up, brother. Took you long enough. There we go. Stop sign, turn left. Water, Sandy. Alright, I said I was gonna drink this slow. I don't give a damn. It was amazing. Tasted really good, dude. I'm not gonna eat that now. I was looking at it, dude. The low donut holes. No. You know, like this is the confident part in me that is like the part where it's like overly confident, but it's so false. I feel like I could get home without. Go, brother. It's you, dude. Go, brother. I was gonna say I feel like I could get home without GPS. You feel me? If I could just wing it. But that's really so cap. I was very wrong yet again because I actually thought I was gonna have to turn right in about a couple miles. No. Oh! She told me for 29 miles to go straight, basically like 30 minutes. Dude, I was gonna wear these glasses, but they're freaking broken. And it's so crazy. No, dude, let me tell you why. Because, I kid you not, like, look, it's broken. Look, they're broken. What the hell? Nah, what is it? Right before, because like, when I first thought about recording, I was like, oh, you know what, let me put on these glasses because it'll look tough, right? And then I had moved them closer to my Stanley. I had said, like, you can't see, actually. But I had moved them closer to my Stanley, and then next thing you know, I pick them up, sort of, or like I had grabbed them to move them, and they're fucking broke. Buddy, why are you going so slow? Speed it up here. Hold on. I'm waiting to see a speed limit sign. There it is. Anyways, no. So I went to grab them to just move them, and then it broke. It fell off. I don't know where it is. I thought I saw it under my seat, but I was wrong. Let me grab this now. Yeah, I said I was gonna grab it later, but it just irritated me seeing it there. But no, because I saw. Look, did you see how there's a black piece? Oopsies. I saw the shiny black piece, and I looked down, and I was like, "Oh, brother, that's the piece. Let me go ahead and grab it." And then I put it into the gas station so I could grab it because I couldn't reach it from under here. And I put it in the gas station, reached my arm under, and it was gone. I didn't see it no more, and I didn't even feel it. So I was like, I got scammed, and I don't know where it's at, and I can't. You know, why the hell? I'm on this whack ass road. What the fuck is this? Cause I ain't never been on this road before. Bro, what? I've done this shit hella times. And I'm on a road that is like, damn nigga, go faster. I'm sorry. Oopsies. I was not supposed to say that. Well, it's downhill, brother. Hold on. You're good. We're finna go downhill, so I'm not finna pass you because I can't see. You feel me? Oh, see, that's why. That's why I didn't pass you. There's cars coming. And I didn't see those cars. I'm not passing you yet, buddy. Chill out. It's like an old guy thing. But it's like this black road that's so specific. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like black, and it's like and there's like the little yellow things, the dots or whatever. Yeah, there's like nothing else. There's no line in between. There's no like markers to like mark like how big the lanes are. Brother, we're going up. Oh. It opened into 2 lanes. I did not expect that. Oh, it's a quick little passing lane. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's just it. And then it's like grass. There's nothing else. But hey, I ain't complaining. But no, freaking fuck ass buses. I don't know where it's at. I guess it's under the sea somewhere. I hope it's under the sea somewhere. I don't know where it's at because I wanted to put them on because it'd be look cool for video. But I can't put them on because I don't know where it's at. Well, I can't put them on. I don't know how to feel, but then I have to take the do-rag off. And that's just a lot of work. But I might take it off later if my head starts to burn. And then I might not feel like wearing my glasses. But I need my glasses so I can see. Anyways. Basically. So, graduation was Friday. And I didn't plan on staying. Because like I said, I was going to be gone Thursday morning. And I ended up staying. And it was just like, bro, because I'm a junior right now. So, like, that'll be me soon. It was like I was just because I didn't go to graduation my freshman or sophomore year. I knew some people, but it wasn't like nothing crazy for me. And I didn't know like a bunch of people really this year. But it was actually I was just there, and I didn't really plan when I was leaving. So I was like, you know what, let me pull up to graduation just because why not? But I had got there, and like after all the speeches because I know graduation takes a minute because you know everybody has to get seated and they do hella talking and whatnot. So I got there probably like 45 minutes after, and then it was right when they were like starting to call people and whatnot. And it was just like, bruh, I was sitting there thinking about it, like me being a junior, and there was a handful of people I knew actually. Damn. Like I was trying to say, there was a handful of people I knew actually, because I thought they were juniors. Or I thought they were my class, but then I also thought back about it. I was like, oh, well, no, they actually probably came in with like hours or whatnot. So yeah, so we forget people do that. Damn, but yeah, it was just like seeing some people, and then it's like they said their name, and then my mind would like think about certain stuff. I was like, damn, you know, it was a freshman, blah 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 blah. And it was just like in general, seeing how it worked, and everybody had their different things on, and the cap and gowns and all the like the different robes and whatnot, and the hats, or not the hats, excuse me, the caps, people's different decorations that they had, different stuff that it said, you know, it was just like, just seeing it, bro, it was just like, damn, like that's finna be you, But then it was also like, it was nice, bro. It was like a huge sigh of relief, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna lie, I felt the tears wallow up. Like, they were like, let's say, like, they were way far in the back, you feel me? They were way in the back. But, like, if I wanted to, I could have forced them to come out. Like, they were way in the back. Like, I ain't gonna cry. I ain't finna cap. After, like, seeing them, I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, I low-key might cry at mine, you feel me? But it was just like sitting there, and then like hearing certain people, and then that's why I said, like, it started coming way back here. I felt it way back here. It was just like, damn, bro, like, this is like low-key, like, depending on how you make your life and what you do with it, it's like, this is one of the next steps. And it's like, it's a big ass next step. It's like the main next step, you feel me? And that's why I said, like, it depends, because if you go to college, then, like, yeah, but then if you don't, you know, that's different. But it's like I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling me how she starts work in like late June, real world. She already got the job, 12-hour shifts, whatnot. I want to say like 4 or 5 days a week. Like, she's gonna be straight into it. I'm like, hey, I'm not mad at it. Like, it happens, you know what I mean? But it's just like, that's kind of just what's next, though. And like, I don't know. Like I said, it was a sigh of relief, but it was just thinking about it, and thinking about the whole process, and thinking about like college as a whole. Because I was talking to one of my bros, and I was just talking to him a little bit. Cause I was looking, yeah. And he was just like sitting there listening to me, yeah, but it was alright. It was cool. One of the things that we talked about, it was just like, damn, it was kind of crazy. It's like thinking about because when you first get there, bro, you're so dumb. I ain't gonna, not everybody, but it's just like, when you first get there, you're not what you think you are, bro. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just like, you have this image of yourself right when you get there, and it's like, fam, that's not how it is. That's not you, bro. That's not you. It's really not you. And either you change for the better or the worse, but it's just like, I don't know, when you first get there, you have X, Y, and Z expectations, and you think this, and this, and you see how certain things work. So it's like, you have a certain perception, and then it develops into like, you have a perception of yourself, and that either that's going to be in a good or bad. I can't really tell you. That's on you. I don't want that to come out bad, but like, you know, so it's like you develop this perception of yourself, and then it's just not you, bro. And in the beginning, because it's like you meet. Obviously, the amount of people you meet depends on you, of course. But this is like, you meet different people, bro, and it's like your mind picks up to certain things from certain people. So it's like, you don't recognize it, but like, each person that you meet will hold what more or less value than like others. You know what I mean? So it's like, your brain will pick up on certain things, and it's like, it might like it about this person. So it's like, then you start thinking about X, Y, and Z. Not in terms of like thinking about that person, but it's just like in terms of their character. You start thinking about X, Y, and Z, and then it's like, it just changes you. Like, you develop as a person in college, like, truly. And I'm not even gonna lie, I have, and it's like, I used to, I guess this is what I'll talk about. I don't know. We'll see. Like, when I first got here, so I will say, like I've said in one of my previous videos, I love my version. I think again. Like I've said in one of my previous videos, when I was like a teenager, probably like 14 to like 16, I had a group training going on. I was working around with college guys, and that like developing and built my confidence, right? And that confidence kind of carried into college, because it was just like I developed so much confidence in myself overall. So it's like, when I quit training, I still had it, because I was, as a teenager, you know what I mean? Like, that was kind of just what was happening. So it's like, when I came here, and again, I still have it. I'm a confident person, but it's like, not in the way that I used to be. I'd say I'm very... Humble's never a good word. Don't never say you're humble, because that usually means you're like one of the least humble people. Not like that, but it's just like, all right, buddy, calm down. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say that, but like self-aware, self-aware, but it's like I don't know. We'll get to it later. Anyways, so I like came here, bro, and I was like hella cocky, hella not arrogant, but it was just like I thought I knew shit. You know what I mean? Not in terms of like I knew everything, because I will also say when I got here I didn't know shit. I felt dumb as hell. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Siri, why aren't you talking to me? She popped up. There. But she didn't speak. No, anyways, so like, dude, when I first got to college, I felt so dumb. I really did. I genuinely felt like the dumbest person in the class. Like, and I'm thinking this to myself, of course. Like, I remember it was like the first or second day, dude. We were in English class, and our professor's giving us a rundown of kind of like the class and how it works and whatnot. And I just remember like sitting there, I'm like listening, and I'm just like, okay, I'm understanding some things. Like we had to like download Canvas, you create an account, whatnot. So it's like we're kind of just getting like the rundown, and then it's like once we kind of like got everything situated, then she gave us like class talk. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Anyways, so it's like after we had got Canvas, brother, go. Why are you in the left lane if you're not gonna pass the car? There we go, buddy. And you did. Okay, anyways. Slow drivers. So it's like I remember like getting here, right? And the professor's talking, and like we had got situated, and then we were like going through Canvas and whatnot. And it's like I don't know why, but she's like she had a, or no, I do know why. Hold on, excuse me. This is like one of the first assignments, right? It was look up a famous person, look up a famous quote, and just talk about it, right? And everybody was just looking up like these people I've never heard of. I've never heard of any of these people, and it's like personally, like I said, I haven't heard. I didn't know none of the single. Everybody talking in like a room of 20. I didn't know a damn person. I probably knew like one. You feel me? But it's like everyone's going, and then like people are like, oh, that's a good one, and then somebody's like, oh, I really like that person. They're picking up on this, and this, and I'm like, guys, what are y'all hearing? I'm like, I'm not picking it up because I'm not there. I'm not there, bro. And I had some Michael Jordan quote. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't know what the fuck to look up. I was like, I want to look up a famous person, but then it's like, because I want to sound cool like everybody else. But then it's just like, you know, because everybody's getting this, and this. And like, I was stressing about it for no reason at all. I was stressed about it for no reason. Like, it's not that deep. All the professor said to do, get a quote and talk about it. I'm keeping it. That's all it was. Like, think about it. Think about the base of it, bro. All the professor said was to get a quote and talk about it. I was sitting there stressing because this person was saying this, and they're like, oh, that's a good one. I recognize this. And it's just like, everybody's clicking, and I'm just not clicking, bro. So, but it's like, so off rip, that's when I already felt like, I was like, damn, cuz, I'm feeling a little dumb already, bro. And then she started talking about, like, some of the assignments in depth, and, like, how they're gonna work. And then formatting, and like I remember she was talking about APA format, because I've never heard of APA format until I got here. I'm gonna be so for real. Never heard of it. Not a day in my life not until I came to college have I heard APA format. And I don't know how regular that is for whoever's watching this. But it was just like, bro, I remember she was talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't understand anything you're saying. I've only used ML like my whole life. And then I remember, like, because I didn't know, because it's like MLA has rules, I guess, sort of, kind of, I don't know. It's just like, I'm thinking like APA is like a whole different like style of writing, or like not style of writing, but it's just like it's just like a whole different setup. Everything has to be different, and I didn't know how it worked at all, because I knew how MLA works, sort of, not entirely, but I got the gist of it. And let's turn my hair up. I don't know why it was so low. Brother, pass him. Go. You are in this big ass truck in this little ass Camry. Oh my gosh. Left lane for passing only, buddy. You're not passing nobody. Anyways, 10 miles a gallon. Don't forget that. So that had made me feel dumb, and then the APA thing made me feel even dumber. And then, but it was also like, outside of the classroom, I ain't gonna lie, freshman year, I ain't do nothing. Like I did work, but it's like I had an 8:30. I would not go to that home at all. I did not go to my 8:30. Like I'd say probably like all right, buddy. Oh, there's a fucking motorcycle. What are you doing? Oh, brother. I gotta lock it real quick, gang. I gotta lock it real quick. Here, there we go. Good looks, Mr. Motorcycle Man. Anyways, so like my freshman year, right? I had an 8:30, and I'd say I don't remember how often we had to go, but we're just gonna use the example. Oh, let me get free. If we had, sorry about that. if we had class 10 times, I probably went a total of 2 times. I kid you not. Like that's how bad the ratio was. Like I did not go to that at all. But it was like also because it was really on me. Like my dorm, we would stay up hella late. Like we go to bed at like 3, 4, 5 in the morning on average. We were just like doing hella stuff all the time. Like I'm keeping it a buck. My freshman year was hella fun. I'm not even lying. It was actually hella fun. Like there was truly not a day that we were like bored. Like yeah, we probably had days where like we were bored and we're like, oh dang, let's like do something. But it's just like truly where it's like we're to the point where it's like you're bored and you just like start scrolling on your phone for like hours. Like that bored. Like we never had that at all in my whole freshman year. And it was great. But also because of that led to me not getting stuff done. And also because it was a new environment. I wasn't the smartest person in terms of friendship decisions, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. I lied, I'll just flat out say it. I had a girlfriend, and I cheated on said girlfriend. And this is also why I said my character, like, who I was freshman year, like, I was not a very, very good person at all. I was a buck and shit. I became a buck. Like, if you knew, like, the inside, like, the shit that my dorm knew, yeah, no, it was not a good break. But, like, so I came here, I had a girl, and then, so it's like my dorm's, I think it's called a co-ed, I don't know, it's like my dorm and then there's girls across the hall, and there's 8 of us, so it's like a 4 people suite, we share 2 bathrooms and a living room, so yeah, it was like 8 of us and then 8 girls across the hall, right, and then I came here, and, so it's like, basically, this is how it happened, and it's like why I did it, sort of kind of, right, I went from seeing my girl every day, right, hanging out with her, doing stuff, whatnot, like, I went from seeing her every single day and like doing stuff with her to I go to college, right? And then it's like, then I see this new girl and I see her every day and I'm doing her stuff with her every day. But that's because it was like my dorm or her dorm. We're just like, I said, hey, we're brand new. We're just gonna figure out who y'all are. You know what I mean? But it's like, I don't know. We just, you know how it's like when sometimes in a group people just gravitate towards each other and they're like not even just like out of like I don't know. Like you're just like imagine like you and your friend group. It's like if y'all just go hang out or like random people are just gonna automatically start talking to each other. Like they just randomly gravitate. That's how it was for me and her. So then it was just like, oh, it's because I spoke with her first, and it's like, all right, well, cool. I kind of, like I already know how to conversate with you, whatnot. And then that turned obviously like being there. Excuse me. Like the first week or whatnot, we'd like hang out both dorms. Then because like I said, she was kind of like one of the first people I talked to. Then it was like, all right, we're cool. I can just. What was this 2 months? That was weird. Just the car next to me like went to the right, but it confused me. I think the speed limit's like 50, but I just want to pass this car. Excuse me, I'm totally not going 50 at all. I'm so honest. college and seeing this new girl and seeing her every day. But it's also because like I was busy with school and like just starting because again I didn't really know how college was working. Like just starting, I was getting like assignments and whatnot, and like I was texting her less. And truthfully, I'm keeping it buck. I could have texted her more. I'll say I could have texted her more, but I've been said this from like for other people who actually like back home who know me. Like I really could have texted her more, but it's like because I was so new to the scene. Like when I was with my friends and whatnot, like I just truthfully just wouldn't text her back. Not like I was ignoring her, because like it was never that. Because that's like you have to go out of your way to ignore somebody. I'm keeping it buck with you, whether you know that or not. You have to do that. But it would just be like, I know, like we would be talking about something or like having a conversation that day in general, and I just really wouldn't be on my phone. I know, like in the back of my mind, she texted me because we're having a conversation, but just because it's like I'm with my friends and we're hanging out and we're doing stuff, I'm just really not thinking about it. And I'm not thinking about, oh, let me respond to my girl. You know what I mean? Now I definitely could have been on my phone more, and like I could have done more. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I could have done more, like getting there and just like even opposed to like just not responding in general. I could have like responded and been like, hey, I'm finna go do this. So if I don't respond, you know what I mean? But because it was a new environment, I'm not thinking about that at all. I'm thinking like, oh, these new people do this, do that. You know what I mean? And then like I said, Burger King, hello, Burger King's gas. Let me tell you, their chicken nuggets are fire. Anyways, I'm sorry. The female, 35, brother, I'm going 45, and that's a red light. Female, excuse me. Like I said, seeing her every day in the new environment, it was like my brain kind of just like it flipped a switch, sort of. And that sounds bad, but that's like the only way I can explain it. It's like my brain went from seeing my girl every day to doing stuff with her every day and blah blah blah, whatnot, hanging out with her, to I go to college and it's not my girl, but it's like hanging out with you every day, like doing stuff with you and whatnot. It's just like the only thing that switched is just like the faces. If that, like, not even to make it sound bad, but I'm trying to like explain it. It's like my brain literally saw, it's just like the people just flipped. I don't know. It's like, oh, I went from doing X, Y, and Z with you every day to now I'm doing X, Y, and Z with you every day. And it was like, it just happened literally in terms of like probably like 4 days. And that sounds bad, but in terms of like, I'm not saying I cheated on her and just like when I left, I cheated on her 4 days later. No. I'm not saying that, because that sounds horrible. No, it went from like, that's how the transition of me starting to talk to her less and less, that's how it happened. I'm not saying it's like I got there and then 4 days later it was like, oh, I immediately started texting her way less. No. I'm saying like it was let's see, like it kind of just happened, like it like how do I explain it? I think I made sense. I hope y'all understand that. But yeah, it kind of just happened. Like I said, from X, Y, and Z with this person to X, Y, and Z with this person. I'd probably say a week, because a week is truly more reasonable than 4 fucking days. But yeah, and then it was just like I need to turn right. At the light. Like my brain just like, it didn't register what was happening, if that meant, like it registered what was going on in terms of not practicality, in terms of like situation, like awareness in the present momentness, if that makes sense. Present, I don't know if momentness is a word. Turn right, then take a left. Go, buckaroo. Oh wait, you can't go. Oh wait, no, you actually can't go. Or maybe you can. Anyways, hold on, I gotta go left. Turn left, and then turn left. Oh! My boxes, I have my shoe boxes next to me. There's not shoes in it. I think one of them's full of like cords, one of them has my Xbox, one of them has my PS4. But yeah, so that was how it happened. Oh yeah, we got a long way to go. 45 minutes basically. But yeah, that was basically how it happened, bro. And like, that's the easiest way to explain it. Doing this, boom, to get into college, and it's the same thing. I was just still doing this, and this. Like, there was no change in the pattern, if that makes better sense. Like, it was just a change in the person. I don't know. But it's like my brain didn't recognize it was a change in the person. So then, like a month in, or a month and a half, whatever, that's when everything went down, you feel me? And then, brother, are you gonna go? What are you doing? Oh, it's 40, I'm sorry. I have 2 more. I like the chocolate one last. Not that I like chocolate more, but this one just looks better. I had over the raspberry filled, I think. I'm not tasting it. Some sort of raspberry jam, something filled. Not the Boston cream filled, not that stuff. It's like I don't know what color it was actually. I should shut the camera. Anyways, so yeah, like a month and a half into college, that was when it had happened. And then, that whole, it was just a lot of back. I'll say with her, with like my girl at the time, it was a lot of back and forth. She knew what I did. I told her what I did. But it was just really a lot of back and forth because also she was doing the same thing over there. But yeah, it's okay. This video is not to talk about her. We live and we learn, you feel me? We don't hate. It's okay. Not like that, but we just don't hate. It's never that deep, you feel me? We do hate, I lied, because I'm a D1 hater. But anyways, we're getting off topic here. So that was like flaw number 1, mistake number 1 on me as a person. Cheating and then kind of just sticking with it after it happened. And I'll say that's a flaw on both of us because we were both in the wrong, doing exactly what we did. But it's just like on me doing that and then, you know, continuing to like just like stay with her. Not that it was like, and it's bad on her, but it's bad on me, especially because she's not here and I'm still hanging out with this girl all the time. You feel me? You know, like it's just not a good image. Anyways, sorry. So yeah, that was like number 1, and then again, we were still on and off. But then the first girl at the beginning of the year, like I didn't go lie. She started acting weird, and then I broke it off with her because I'm like, fam, you're not finna start acting funny with me. I'm sorry, but don't get out of line. I ain't even trying to be like that, but you don't start getting disrespectful for no reason. You know what I mean? Let me pass you, Cameron. Anyways, so yeah, it was like with her, it was like, hey, don't get disrespectful. I'm like, no, what are you getting disrespectful for? I called her on and checked it, and then cut it off right there because there's no need for that. You feel me? But it was also because like it was early in the year, so it's like I'm not finna sit here and like, I don't know. It was like I checked it, cut it off. But then it's like, I didn't keep it going because it was just like, bro, I'm not finna try to continue this and I just got here. You know what I mean? Not even like a bad way, but it's just like, fam, it's been like 2 months, bro. Why am I finna try to commit to something I just got here? You know what I mean? And then, later in the year, same semester, there was another female. And with her, I ain't even gonna lie, cuz she was just a side quest. That's all she was. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's all she was. She was a side quest. She was a 3rd string player, cuz. Like, I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to sound, but that was the truth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it was also like, cause I'm gonna keep it a buck. On me, like I knew what I was doing. It sounds so bad, but like in the moment, I knew what I was doing, bro. I knew what I was doing because I was just like. It's like she the 3rd string player, but it's like I paid her good. I paid her good enough to stay on the roster, stay on the team. You feel me? If that makes sense. So then it was like, because I was paying her good, I knew I was fine. Look, I knew I was fine because I was paying her good. I wasn't tripping about what the hell would happen. You know what I mean? It was like, I also knew, because I knew how she was, because I was also, let's see. She was sort of kind of an open book, but not all the way. But then it's also like, as I was learning in college more, like in my freshman year, I was learning, and then it was actually crazy because some of the things applied to her, and then I was like, oh, okay. But I took that and like ran with it, you know what I mean? So then it was like I said, I kept her on the team because I paid her good, and then if I needed to, if I wanted to here and there, I could pay her just a little bit more. But then because I paid her a little bit more, I would like be like, all right, you get a break now, or like, all right, I'm gonna throw you in the game, but I'm not gonna coach you at all. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. I think that makes sense actually. Like I would pay her a little bit better, and then because like if you pay me a little bit better, it's like, okay, you know, they would probably assume like, oh, okay, you feel this type of way, you're fucking me, whatnot, right? But then like, because you assume they're paying you more, so then it's like you also might assume it's like, okay, so what's gonna happen next after this, right? Then what happens next is you get thrown in the game, right? And you're like, oh, that's good, I'm in the game, right? But then it's bad because it's like I'm not speaking to you. Or like, not even that. I lied. That. Yeah, actually that. But like, you know how sometimes like during the game they yell at their coaches, some of the players, they call timeout, they talk to such and such, such and such. When I'm calling a timeout, you're just in the huddle. I'm sorry. I threw you in the game. I got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. I'm sorry. It sounds bad, but it's the truth. But like, and I was aware, because like, again, because I'm the manager, I'm the GM, I'm the owner, I'm all of it. You feel me? I knew what I was doing. I knew the moves that was being made. I knew the moves that were going to be made. I knew, because I'm paying you more, I knew how you were going to respond to me paying you more. Like, brother, I knew what I was doing. I knew the game, brother. It sounds bad, but it's true. And like, I just took that and Loki kind of just like ran with it, bro. But then it was like, then there's the adverse effects, because also keep in mind, I also, like I said earlier, a couple minutes ago, me and my girlfriend back home, we were broken up, but we were on and off the whole time this is going on, by the way. But like I said, because I'm the owner, GM, recruiter, this X, Y, and Z, obviously the girl back home was more of a starter. You know what I'm saying? A starter. She got hella reps in. She was paid good. You feel me? So then it was like, then when I went back home, she was getting all the points, and you know, getting all the points, getting paid great. You feel me? But then it was like, I would also still, just because I would take out, you got a couple or a lot less playing time. Not a lot less, but it's just like, damn, bro, like you get a chunk of playing time taken out of nowhere. And everything like that, bro. What happened? I said, oh, my bad. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened. Why you take me out? You know what I mean? I was doing great last game. You kept me in last game. Why you take me out? I don't know. You know, that's how it was for me. And like, I don't know if that makes sense at all. I'm so sorry. I can't think of, I put things in sports terms. I don't know. I feel like a dude don't understand this. Like, the females watching this take notes, bro. This is game, sort of technically game, because you know what I'm saying, owner, GM, manager, recruiter, you feel me? I got all my players. But what is this thing? Oh, it is good. I just got a random hand right there. I thought the video ended. Anyways, but no, it was like she was one of the star players, but like I ain't treat her like a star player. I'm keeping a buck. That's a better way to explain it right there. She was one of the star players, one of the all-stars, but I just didn't treat her like an all-star. I ain't treat her like a star player. You know, I ain't make sure she got great Gatorade instead of water in between practice reps, in between timeouts. You feel me? Even she like, you know, yeah. And that's what I was doing, and I was like aware of it because it was like I also had the third string player. You know what I mean? And it's like, while I was away, I had to pay the third string player a little bit more. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying I didn't do crazy shit because of it, but it's just like, I don't know. How to think about it. If you're like a manager, right, and you're one of your players is like back home, and he's just hitting you up talking about like, oh, I want to get better. This. It's like you're just talking to him, saying, oh, okay, we can work on this, we can do this, we can do this. But it's just like it's all just talk. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're back home, or you're somewhere like they're, I don't know, like in town, like with the team practice. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm out of town and she's in town with the team, and I'm telling the third string player like, oh yeah, no, we're gonna work on this. We'll give you this. I'll pay you a little bit more. Whatnot. That's what I was doing to keep the third string player on the team while I was away, and that's like on me where it was like also bad in general because it's like also with my all-star player, I went from talking to her when I first got there, and then talking to her about when I first got there and how things went down, whatnot. Excuse me. And then having a third string player, but then it was also like, because we wasn't like for real. It was like I had the third string and the all-star on it at the same time. You know what I mean? And it was like how was it treating my first stringer? How a first stringer should be treated. I saw how. Here we go. This is a good one. Because the all-star wasn't getting treated like an all-star. The all-stars like supporters, I guess, like peeped it. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It's basically just like, bro, like how I was as a person, how I would like talk to niggas and say certain things to niggas. It was very articulate. You know what I mean? And then it was like, then it would cause like their mental to change and like them to not make greater decisions in terms of like other people as well. You know what I mean? Like, and then it would be like, because I was so articulate with my words, it would cause them to be articulate with their words. Not in a way that I would want anything to happen, but it's just in general. Because I'll say how I was articulate with my words, it was to help me, not to mess up what you had going on with anybody else, but it just happened. And like that's why it's bad, because it's like not knowing what you're doing and how it can affect X, Y, and Z. Then when X, Y, and Z happens, you see how the snowball happens. You feel me? And it's just like, bro, it was like, I don't know. It just takes too much effort to do a lot of things that you think. I kid you not in a bad way. Because like okay, obviously all things take effort, but I mean it's like for example, bro, like with cheating, bro. Like I'll say that's what I did. And like, bro, I'll never do this shit again. It takes so much effort to cheat. Oh my god, it's too tedious. It's too tedious. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I remember when at school with the girl, like when I got to school. Like, I remember like waking up and then I was just like, damn, I just cheated on my girl. Like, wow, that's crazy. Time to go to class. Like, and that's why it's bad, because like I don't, like me as a like, fan, I'm like, what, you know what I mean? And then because I will also say this, what the hell? That's what going on. The third stringer, I ain't gonna cap. The third stringer got bumped to the first string. And it was the same thing. Hold on, am I speaking correctly? I have to think for a second. Let me backtrack. Moment of silence while I think. Let's see what you can go comments if you guys don't know. Bro, this person can go fast. But no, I just remember like that, like the incident that happened, and I was like, damn, bro, I really just like, damn, that's like a thing about me now, you know what I mean? And then with the third string, when all that was going on, I had promoted third string to first string, and then I was like, well, damn, bro, it's like she's your first string right now, like she's starting in the game, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I was just like, damn, you really just started her, like, you know, and then it was like, again, and then she went from third string being paid decent to being first string, but then getting paid like third string still, you know what I mean? And like I knew it, but then it was because it was like, as a first string, you're gonna peep that, And then again, because I just didn't care, because she was originally third string anyways. Like, she was like, hey, bro, why am I still getting paid the same? I've been here for a minute now. Why am I still getting paid third string pay? I need to get paid first string. You know what I mean? And then I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Basically, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. My bad. Funds have been a little low. You get your pay eventually. That's basically how I was. And then because they didn't get a pay change, they quit the team. And I was fine with that. But then it was like, then after they quit the team, then the summer rolled around. And then because it was the summer, like I said, me and her was on and off the whole time. Then that had happened. And then it was just like, they repeated that whole cycle, bro. And it was like, because when you're young, bro, when you're in love, whatnot, fam, like, you don't want things to change, but it's like, it's so basic, but it's like, it's the dead ass truth, bro. Like, in order to get better, like, you're gonna have to change, bro. And it's just like, you may want to grow as a person, but the fam, that girl might not be for you, twin. She might not be for you. He might not be for you, gang. Get rid of that nigga, cuz. Get rid of her. I ain't trying to be that guy. But think about it. How long has she been going on for, cuz? You ain't got nowhere. Come on, gang. Come on. But, like, that's how it was for me. It was like, that shit was going on for a minute. And we hadn't got nowhere, cuz. And then, but it was still, because when you're young and in love, you want to try to make shit work, you feel me? I had kept it going sophomore year. I'd say actually all of sophomore year. Not really, but talk to her here, there, hey, and yay, and nay, if that makes sense. And I had ended up talking to this girl sophomore year. Now, like I said, me and her, again, we're just on and off the whole time. But I had got there, and excuse me, how it happened. This is crazy. This is how it happened. So, I had thought this girl was already bad to begin with, but to be honest, I thought she was bad to begin with. And then I went to the diner later that night because I was like, damn, like I already ate dinner earlier, but I was like, damn, I kind of want something sweet. Like I just want like a couple bowls of cereal, whatever, right? Then she had put up with a friend to the diner, and I was like, oh damn, it's crazy, whatever, right? Because just I thought she was bad, so I was like, oh, just seeing you around, whatever, right? And then I go back to the door, my door, and then I go to my bro's door down the hall, and then one of my roommates with me. He's like, hey, B, you try to knock on the shorty's door, like, we're bored, let's see what's up. And I was like, you got it, cuz I'm scared, I'm not finna do that, you feel me? But, like, that's all you. And then he actually ended up doing it, I didn't expect him to, and then they opened the door. It was the bad shorty and a friend that I just saw at the diner, like, 10 minutes ago. And in my head, I was like, oh, no way. And then he told me, he's like, hey, we're bored, we live right there, if you wanna hang out, you should come knock on the door, whatever. And then they came. And then they brought their door. And then we went on a really long walk. And then I was like, all right, B, well, you think shorty's bad, so this is your time. Like, if you actually don't talk to her, you're actually fucking. End of story. There's no way around it. And then, talked to her, whatnot, did the research, and found out she had a boyfriend. I mean, but she was low-key like one of those emo Latinas, I guess you could say. Not like super emo, because she didn't wear like emo aesthetic, except more natural colors. Like earthy, imagine like an earthy chick, but like combined with an emo chick. But like again, just not as much like black and whatnot. You know what I mean? That's how she was, like that kind of aesthetic. And then her boyfriend was like super skinny, white guy, probably like 5'10", long hair, plays the guitar, like crazy. He was into cars. He was actually really cool. And I did my research and figured that out about him, figured out his name and everything. And then because I saw him and I knew what I looked like at the time, I was like, fam, this is not comp. I'm sorry. And this was on me as a person. Like, I was homewrecking. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was homewrecking. 23 more miles State Street. I was homewrecking flat out. But it was like, I just knew that he wasn't here, and I thought she was bad, and I was like, he doesn't look that good. I look better than him. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm finna shoot. I'm finna lock in on game, and I locked in on game. But like, again, it was just bad on me as a person because it was like I also knew she had a boyfriend, bro. We would like be chilling, and she'd say something like, "Shut up." Not Okay, that I lied. I just lied. I wouldn't say shut up. I wouldn't say shut up. In my head, I would. In my head, I would. That came out so fast. No, like we would be chilling, talking, and she talking about. I'm like, okay, look, bro, he's not here. Quit talking. I don't want to hear this. Quit talking. Be quiet. Stop talking. You know what I mean? Change up the subject, bro. We're not gonna talk about this. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But because those were stress. Like, it worked. Like, she wouldn't talk to him as much. I ain't even gonna lie, because I was her best friend on Snap for a minute, you feel me? Number one. And I'm like, oh, game's working. But game's not working, because that's noticeable. And we're not trying to make this noticeable. But, yeah. And I didn't care, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This is also bad on me. There was like one day I was over there, excuse me, I was there like during the day, and then I left that night. We played rock, paper, scissors, and then Brody came the next day, and then I went back that same day after he left. And like, I knew he was there, but it's because I didn't care, bro. I was like, fam, you're not here. Like, I don't know, but it's like I'm saying it's bad because it's like on me as a person. It's like, why are you doing it? You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna keep it a book with you. For you people out there who are being the person who's cheating. If you're the person who's like she was cheating, I'm the person that she was cheating on him with. But I'm also like, I'm in the field putting in work. If you're the person who they're cheating on the other person with, like if you're the single one in this scenario, right? She's like, she was cheating on him with me. If you're me in this situation, fam, get out the situation, brother. Get out the situation. Stop it. It's not that deep, gang. Quit. It's cool. It's fun. It's nice. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's entertaining as hell. Because it really was. It was great. Would I do it again? No. Because it's not that deep. But I also would do it again because I learned a lot about myself from that situation in general. But like, if you're me in this situation, but if you're the person who's like, they're out cheating and they're cheating on their significant other with you, fam, get out the situation, bro. Because you also gotta remember, at the end of the day, they're in a relationship, bro. You're not. You're like, they're cheating on them with you. Think about that. You know what I mean? Like, they're being sneaky with you, whether you think it's sneaky or not. Yeah, it could be in the middle of the damn day at 2 in the afternoon, getting coffee at the most busy restaurant in your whole town. It doesn't matter. You're still third string, whether you realize it or not. It's third string, second string. You're not first string. You're not the all-star. You're not gonna get that treatment at the end of the day. You feel me? And it was like, I was trying to, as the second stringer, I'm trying to be like, hey, coach, look, we need to make some roster changes. Keep it a buck. We need to make some roster changes. And the roster changes didn't work. But like, the first stringers got paid less. If that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it all the way. But it was like the first stringers like they got paid less for sure. I'm not saying about nothing crazy, but it was just like they're still making more than me because they're first string. You know what I mean? But they're not getting that big fat chunk like they used to. You know, it definitely died down a little bit. And it was like, that's something that I was doing as a second string, which I shouldn't be doing, because it's like, that's not your role as a second string. Now, there's like, obviously there shouldn't be a second string in this scenario in general, but like it's just not your role. You know what I mean? You don't get to, like, as a second stringer, let's say, like, out of the situation, like in terms of actual like sports, second stringers don't make decisions. They're second string for a reason. Yes, they probably play and they're good at whatnot, but they're second string for a reason. Applying it to the situation that I'm explaining, I'm second string. The person who makes the decisions is the GM, the manager, the owner. It was her, and I'm trying to act out of line for no reason. Like, I'm lucky to be on a team. You know what I mean? I got picked up. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I did get picked up. I got lucky as hell. I'm gonna just be honest, gang. Real lucky as hell. They just hit me with a sign-on bonus, and I said yes. I'll take the sign-on bonus. So I'm on the squad basically, and I obviously there's like more to it, but yeah, that's kind of just like the short version. But yeah, dude, and it was just like, I don't know. I'm trying to act on a role that I don't even have. You know what I mean? I'm putting this perception in my head because I sort of know what's going on. I know what's going on in terms of relativity, but I don't know what's going on internally in terms of cause I know it's okay. Look, boom, here we go. As a second stringer, I know what's going on the court, but I don't know what's going on like in the office. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm telling myself I know what's going on in the office, but at the end of the day, you obviously don't because you're not in the office. I'm just on the court the whole time, right? Excuse me. So I'm thinking I know what's going on in the office and whatnot, and again, as a second stringer, I'm trying to call plays that I'm just literally in zero position to call. Because again, I don't run anything because I'm a second stringer. But then that finally like dwindled down. And like I'll say, look, he was bad on both ends, bro. I'm keeping it, but he was also bad on both ends. And this is also why, like, again, it was bad on me as a person because all of this was so mentally draining. And that's why I also say, if you're the person, like, if you're in my situation, and this, like, if this is you, if you're the one who's like assisting in the cheating, I guess, like, stop, bro. Because it's like, in part, you think something is gonna happen, and to some degree, you think something will happen. Let's say, like for example, with me and her were both aware of what was going on, but then again, there's that some degree that something could change. But again, because me and you were the second stringers, we don't call the shots. We're on the court, not the office, and it's like it's mentally draining because you think you know what's going on in the office, but you really don't, brother. So it's like, because you got the manager talking to you, whatnot. The manager's kind of giving you a little rundown, but they're still keeping you on the team because you're still getting paid good, and you don't mind that you're getting paid good. You know what I mean? And it's like where it's like you could actually just leave the team and just like low key grind hella and then get on a better team. Where like I put myself in a situation that I just wanted to be there because like it was like a why not? Not even that, because that sounds bad. No, I lied. Let me take that back. That sounds bad. Like I thought to myself that I could somehow make first string. There we go. I thought I could be on the starting lineup. There we go. Like, yeah, I thought I could be first string. And like again, like I said, I didn't have those decisions. But it's because I put this perception in my head of what was going on with me and her, forgetting that she had a nigga, forgetting that she had a dude. You know, it just creates like it's because like I said earlier, like you feel like whatever's happening in the situation, like you think something is going to happen when it's not, but you don't know what it is. It might be something deep back in like in your thoughts. So, but you think something is going to happen. You don't know what it is exactly, but in general. And it was like, it's not. Simple. Like it might. Like I'm keeping it. Okay, it might. But let's say that it does, right? So let's like my example, right? She was cheating on him with me, and my thoughts, because I'm trying to tell her about the first stringers. I'm thinking, I'm gonna keep it a buck. We're just gonna say flat like this because this is the easiest way to explain it. I was trying to get her to break up with him so she would get with me. Simple as that. That was my game plan. I was trying to get her to break up with her dude who she was been with for like a year and a half, so she would get with me. Simple. And he stayed like an hour away also. Yeah. And again, I already knew she'd be with him for a minute. Like I did my research, brother. I knew these things. She didn't have to tell me this. I already knew them, fam. I'm keeping it up. I'm amazing at research. It sounds bad. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't sound bad. I'm amazing at research. Come on, buddy. No, I'm playing. That was too much. But no, all right. Like I did my research for sure, and I knew what I was working with. I knew what was happening. But at the end of the day, I was like, all right. Well, this guy looks this way. That sounds so bad. But yeah, I was just like, he's not the most attractive guy. I don't care. I can get the job done. I can be first string. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? And it was like, because I had that mindset, like, And again, I wasn't in the office like there. That whole situation. 10 miles keep going. It's just like it's just so mentally draining, and like it changes your whole mindset and everything. And it's like you also got to remember you're your own GM. Let's say you may be the second stringer guy, but you're your own GM. So it's like I'd be with her saying X, Y, Z, but then it's like also at the end of the day, I'm not with her all the time. So I leave and I go back to my crib. And I have to dwell on my thoughts. I have to dwell on the conversations that we had. And I have to think on, oh, okay, well, she still has a nigga at the end of the day. How can I play up next off of this? When truly, like, fam, it's just not that deep. It's not. Like, I don't know. It's, really passionate. But yeah, like I said, it's just not that deep, bro. It's so mentally draining. It's just so, like, such poor character development, bro. Like, it creates for better character development. Like, that's why I say college changes you as a person. You grow, because each person that you meet will hold different value to you, whether you realize it or not. But that's just, like, one part. So, like, and then after that happened, right, it was so on and off with my girlfriend back home again, which, again, just young and trying to be in love when I was not aware of what's going on, where I'm at, like, maybe she stop it, you know what I mean? Because it's also like there's two different points where it's like you try to fix it, so because it's like obviously things can't get better if they don't get bad, you know what I mean? So obviously there's that, right? And obviously we had the bad and then it got better, but it, like, for us it had got to a point where it's like there's not even bad, there's just no getting better, like. You know what I mean? Like it was like there was no bad, but we just weren't. There just wasn't. There was nothing getting better at all. You know what I mean? It was just very, very stagnant for a while. And then we had realized it, and we had both came to terms that we were both on different things. So then that was why we had, ultimately came to terms with not doing it. But again, like I was saying, after that girl, I came back with her, like, it was on and off. Again, then I came back for summer. Hello? Was it the summer? Yeah, it was the summer. Then finally cut that off, right? And then that was when we started to, like, move the person, because it gets, like I was saying, it gets to a point where it's like after so much good and bad, where it's like after so much bad and then growing, we were just at zero bad, no grow. So then it was like when it had ended, then they would say, all right, I'm doing me now. So it's like, all right, now the only thing I can do is grow. You know what I mean? And there we go. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. It was the road. Focus on the road. There's nothing but the road. Focus on the road. There's nothing but the road. I don't know if they danced in that, but yeah. I thought that was a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie, as a kid. SpongeBob was gas, actually. I'm getting a SpongeBob tattoo at some point in life. I don't know what the speed limit is. I've been cruising at like a smooth 80. I don't know. It's 4:40 and I have 3 hours left. It's not bad. Anyways, I come back in August, and this is my sophomore year. Junior year. This is actually like last semester. I'm like so serious. And it was the same thing, bro. Except it was like me and my ex were like finally done. It was 100% cut off, right? And I can't patch it yet. And then what the hell? I don't know. There's a bunch of like little bugs in this. Just like but the same girl from previously, not the girl from freshman year, not the disrespectful whatever, but I was 55. The one who had a boyfriend. She had came back, and this is again where on me as a person I was in the wrong, and I was like, bruh. And it's like I thought I was in some right, because so basically like she had hit me one day and I was like, hey, you talking to anybody or whatever, and I was like, no, why, what's up? And then she was like, nothing, just asking us for the information for later. And I'm thinking, cause she also put one of my roommates on, so I'm like, oh, bet she finna put me on a friend, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, cool, finna go crazy to feel it, right? No, it was for herself. And then I had figured out it was for herself, and then I was like, oh, that's so cool. whatever. And then she had hit me with like, hey, you know, last year the whole ordeal took running back. And then I was like, this is like where like some part it was better, but at the end of the day, it wasn't. At the end of the day, no sugarcoating it was not better. Like I was like, hey, like what's up with you and your dude? You know, I want to be respectful, blah blah blah. And then she's like, oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. Like I know what's going on. She didn't speak on it because I was like, hey, you know, what's up with that? I don't, you know, I'm asking like, are you and your guy cool? Are you still with him? What's going on? And then she was just like, don't worry about it. I know what I'm dealing with. I know what's going on. Not like saying anything, you know what I mean? And that's when I was just like, all right. And again, I knew that she was still with him because I had made sure my research was done and very thorough. You know what I mean? But then again, I fell through with the whole situation, and that happened. Except I'm gonna keep it a buck. This time it was worse. So it was more mentally draining. I kid you not, more mentally draining, bro. And this is why I be saying it's never worth it, bro. Because like I kid you not, we'd like hang out and go on like walks and shit and like explore like the random outdoor. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I zoned out. I saw a sign. But brother, get off. Get off of being so close to me. Anyways, she's talking about like her sister and like how her sister fucks with me and whatnot, how her mom would and her family and whatnot. But it's like you're telling me X, Y, and Z, and it's like that's why it's also mentally draining because it's like also in my mind, I was more aware this time. In my mind, I like it's so hard to separate in the moment from self-awareness because it's like in the moment everything's happening and it's like, oh yeah, it's nice, it's cool, it's haha, whatever. But then it's like the self-awareness part is like, damn, she still got some boyfriend, bro. Like, these are all just words, you know what I mean? And you can't let it get to you. But it's like, get off my ass, bro. You can pass me. You can pass. It is not that deep, man. If I'm bothering you that much by going to speed limit, you can pass, buddy. I want to stop at a gas station now. I want a half. And I logged the video on full. What does that say? 360. Oh, and this is actually the perfect gas station to stop at too. Just want to stop at every time. Oh! I'm a little broke right now, but it's okay. Alright, well, I'm going to change up the topic when I get back from filling up my gas tank. But, to wrap up, actually, we're just going to make 2 separate videos. That's what we're going to do. We're going to end this one. Then we're going to go on the next one. But this is not the character development one. This is not that one. Okay? The point of this, if you're actually right here, because I'm really just going to end this, like, in the when I'm done with talking right now. To end this off, bro, it's like, it also, if you're in a situation like that, where it's like cheating or being cheated on, if you're getting cheated on, okay? Talk about it like, I can't say there's a reason to cheat. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. You handle cheating how you handle it. I'll say that. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm gonna just say no, because I know how it works and how you feel doing it and how the other person feels getting cheated on. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'll never do it again. And I say you shouldn't do the same, because once you cheat, you don't really know how the other person feels. And like, if you're doing the cheating, you don't know how much it's gonna mess up your mental. Truly, if you're getting cheated on, I'm sorry. I know it's gonna mess up your mental. I feel bad for you. I know how you felt. I don't know why the person you cheated on, or I don't know why your significant other did it. I'm sorry for that. But what I can tell you is that you'll learn from the situation, and your mental will get better. I can say that much for sure. If you're the person who was me in this scenario, and you're single, you weren't getting cheated on, you weren't cheating, but you were the person who was engaging in the cheating, stop. Get out of the situation, fam. It's not that deep, bro. Like, whatever you're seeking for. Oh, I'm sorry. That was weird. I was looking down. Whatever you're like seeking for or thinking is gonna happen isn't gonna happen, bro. I'm sorry. Because you also gotta remember, like, you gotta have your own self-awareness and situational awareness. You know what I mean? You can't just let situational awareness take over. Yeah, that's where I was messing up. So last semester, I was situationally aware and self-aware, but I was letting the situational awareness take over opposed to self-awareness when I should have. Dude, I want to find the other freaking part for these glasses, brother. Down here somewhere. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's all. That's the first video. I don't know when these are gonna go up. You're gonna see whenever. All right, I'm gonna pump gas. Anyways, bye.